What's up everyone, welcome back to Low Luxury and welcome back to the Rick Owens rotation, where every episode we're adding a piece or collection of pieces to our rotation, specifically by Rick Owens. So today, I'm hyped for this one. We are looking at a Rick Owens suit. Or well, that's actually not exactly quite right, because I've kind of hacked this suit together. They're from two different collections, but they're very similar, so I'm calling them a suit. It's like a blazer and pants. You understand what a suit is. So anyway, we have a Weakling blazer here, and that's because of these things that are going on right here. Yeah. I'm so hyped. And then we got our pants. They're cropped. They're real fleecy. They're real nice. I'm so excited. So we're gonna take a close-up look at these pieces, and then we'll put a look together and try them on. So let's get into it. Yo. Before we get too much further, subscribe to the channel. I make tons of luxury and streetwear content. And also, if you're looking for deals on luxury and streetwear, check the description. I've got some of the best sites with all authentic stuff. Check it out. All right, we have got the pants and we have got the blazer. And I think I want to start with the blazer because that's what kind of set this whole thing off when I found this piece. So as you can see, it's a really nice blazer. The lapel is very unique. That's kind of a different type of thing. But the thing that sold it for me was what's going on right here. You see, but what's that at the shoulder? There's something like folding up. Oh, it turns into a knit sleeve, you say. And not just a knit sleeve, but like the longest knit sleeves you ever did see. I love it. It's kind of like a vêtement kind of thing. They did this with the Titanic Coming Soon hoodie, which I have and also love. So I was all in on this. Now, as for the branding here, you can see there aren't the two stripes that you usually see at the back of the neck here. Instead, because this is a tailoring piece, we look to the inside here, and isn't this sick? So we've got a bunch going on here. Embroidered in there, you can see Rick Owens. It's right there. Rick Owens. It's actually pretty hard to see. And then we've got some other stuff, which we'll get to in a second. And then we've got the collection. Glitter, that's the name of it. Season Fall Winter 2017, so this is 5 years old at this point, and our size 50. We'll definitely talk about sizing later on because Rick Owens, it tends to get a little goofy. And you can actually see in between this, we've got this little ring right here, and then a thread just stitched in and hanging down. It's quite long, the pieces that hang down, and that's really cool. It makes it feel very handmade, which I love. But where are the care tags, you say? Well, let's just get this little button open here. As with all things Rick Owens, it's got a pretty sizable pocket right there. And then inside here, we'll have to turn it around. So first up right there, we've got a tag that says Made in Italy. And then we've got this nice, long, really clean care tag here. Rick Owens, model number, size 50, so that matches what we've got. Color, black, brown. And our composition. What do we got here? Wool, cotton, and silk. And then there's a million other types of fabrications too. Anyway, there's a lot of wild stuff going on here. And we'll be talking about all of that very soon. So it's a single button style right here. Makes it feel very trim. It's quite long. This being Rick Owens, of course. Some really nice flat pockets going on here. And you can see that combination of fabrications here going on. It gives it this kind of fuzzy look to it. And that's the combination of the wool, cotton, and silk. And then, like I said, the element that made me buy it is the sleeves here. And they're actually very unique from each other. So one of the sleeves, it's knit here. You've got ribbing going on the inside. This kind of like a corduroy feeling type of thing. Then it goes down, you get this little indentation here. And then it switches from black to brown, as we saw. So the rest of this sleeve is a very dark brown. Whereas on this sleeve, you get the curl up, and then you get a little pocket going on right here. We've also got the ribbing on the inside for the armpit. But then this one stays a consistent color all the way through. It still has that little detailing right here, this stripe here. So you get the two Rick Owens stripes between the two arms. But this one just stays in the black. And the back of the piece here is a very classic cut because it comes down, and again, very long, but you get this big split off back here. So it kind of opens up as you move, which is really, really cool. So I found this blazer, but it was just the blazer. It didn't have the pants. And I said, dude, I've got to make a suit out of this. And that turned out to be much harder said than done because the pants that go with this were essentially impossible to find online at this point. So what did I do? I mean, Rick Owens makes lots of pants. Maybe I could find a pair that worked with this blazer and make my own suit out of it. So that's exactly what I did when I found these. They're a pair of cropped Astaire trousers. And you can see when I put them next to each other, the fabrications, they're very similar. We'll see that in a sec. But you can see they both have the kind of like fuzziness to it. But there are differences here. They do not perfectly match, which is unfortunate, but they are close enough, especially in texture, that I think they're going to work really well together. So I did buy these new, so we actually have tags to look at here. We can see that these are size 48 slim Astaire crop trousers in black, the same 09 black as the other blazer, even though you see there are slight differences in color. And we can see here from the long, thick cardboard tag that this is from the Performa collection from 2020, so that's a full 3 years after our blazer. One nice thing I'll say about Rick Owens is that for things like these, they include extra buttons and actually extra thread as well if you have to do any repairs, so that's super sick actually. Now let's take a look under the hood of these pants and see what's going on. And this I found really interesting because they made these, the strips, actually sideways on this one. So we can see again, this is from Performa Fall Winter 20. And then we've got our tags right here. We can see the color is black and the composition is cotton and wool. So it's very, very close to the fabrication of our blazer, but it just doesn't have that silk in there, unfortunately. But as you can see from the texture, it's very close. These are actually quite a bit fleecier even than the blazer. If I can get in close here, you can really see the knitting, the knit details here, the kind of felted nature of it going on here. And man, that's nice. So these pants, they aren't just boring black pants. They actually have a lot going on for them, which I love. They are button closures. You can see here the buttons have a nice pattern going on in them. Then this goes over to clasp there. And then one of the best pieces of detailing is actually quite subtle, but I think really cool, which is that down under the pockets here, you get two little, I don't know, grommets, whatever you call those, kind of nails going in right under those pockets, which is a nice little detail. These are pleated pants. They're pleated all the way down. Then you get down to a nice crop down here. I love the way they fall when you're actually wearing them. It's perfect. And at the back here, for once, we have a pair of Rick Owens pants that does not have flat pockets at the back. He went formal here. He went for like classic trouser pockets here in the back. So, yeah, no flat pockets here, unfortunately. But you can see even the back is pleated as well. So these are very, very formal, and I think will go really well with the blazer. All right, so now we've taken a closer look. It's time to try these on, and we got to put the rest of this look together first. So we've got our pants, we've got our blazer right here underneath. So all that leaves is, I think, an undershirt and a pair of shoes. And for the undershirt, I think I'd just like to add a little extra pop here so it's not all black. So what we're going to do is we're going to wear this Saint Laurent sheer striped gold and black shirt right here. It's short sleeve, but you won't really see that coming through in the piece. But I think that's going to really add a kind of wow factor to it on top of everything already. And then for the shoes, since we're cropped on the trousers, I think we have a little leeway to do something a bit higher. So what we've got here are our Balenciaga BB rim boots right here in kind of like a patent leather. So let's throw them on and see what happens. I'm psyched. All right, let's talk about this suit, non-suit, whatever you want to call it. I think this look is really cool. I think it's kind of extra. I could see going all black or maybe like a white, maybe a striped undershirt or something. Even a t-shirt under here I think could look really cool. I think there's a lot of options going on here, and that's what I really like about it, even though it is super extra. Of course, your attention is immediately drawn to those sleeves, but there's more going on to it even than that. But let's talk about the sizing real quick. First, let's talk about the sizing of the blazer. As you saw, this is tagged a size 50, which for most brands would actually be like a men's large. But that is not the case with Rick Owens outerwear. It tends to fit very tight. So this is more like what I'd expect a 46 to fit like for most brands. So a full like 2 sizes small. And that being said, that's like a small. Instead of fitting like a large, it fits like a small. maybe it could fit like a medium, but it would be tight for sure, especially in like the shoulder, chest area. But hey, you know what? I knew that going in, and I wear a size small, so it actually works perfectly on me, so I'm happy, but you just gotta know that going in for Rick Owens outerwear. The pants, on the other hand, much closer to true to size. They're tagged to size 48, which usually is like a medium, 32, and that's what they fit like. I would say the waist would be perfect for a size 32. Of course, the crop is awesome. It gives a lot of room to show off those boots. And how about the feel? What about the feel of this stuff? Well, it is, the blazer especially is thick, that fabrication. It's heavy, but because of those sleeves, it has like a lightness to it. It adds a femininity to it and just a weirdness, kind of like outer space futuristic vibe as well. But the thing is, you can just curl up those sleeves, push them upwards, and you get a really cool like bunched up knit look at the arms without that crazy length. So there's a bunch of different ways you can wear this. As for how these match up, I think they match up really well. I think anybody at a normal distance would think this was a suit. If you got up really close, you could see the differences in texture and color, but otherwise, I think we're all good here. I think I did a pretty good job matching these up, and man, let me tell you, the pants are comfortable. That like felted material is fantastic. So if nothing else, I'd go, like a blazer like this is probably pretty hard to find, but these pants, they're still out there. So hey, hop on it while you're out there. So that's the Rick Owens suit, but also not a suit. That blazer is so sick, right? Anyway, take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.